The pig man! I still have nightmares about my mother. She's running through the Darien jungle, chased by a man in camouflage. I told Zoc one frigid October night in Mystic. His face is deformed, but I can't see hers, only hear her scream. Zoc looked pale. I don't know what to say. I kept the rest to myself. It was too terrifying. I'd never met my mother, but in my dreams, I saw her braided hair and unblinking brown eyes. I felt like I knew her, yet I could only assume the man chasing her was my father. You don't have to say anything. I just wanted you to know before. Is that why I nodded. Why can't you just tell me? If I told you, you wouldn't have come, I said. He shrugged as we passed Mystic's Pizza restaurant. The streets were surprisingly empty for a Saturday night. Only a few groups wandered the shops and eateries. You've been sounding a lot like Jordan lately, I grimaced. If you had my experience, you'd believe in the supernatural too. I'm sorry. You and Jade went through a lot last month. How is she? I studied Zoc's expression. He cared but was anxious about tonight. I wanted to share more, but I didn't want to scare him off. I lured him to Mystic under the pretense of needing help with family issues. He was the only friend who supported my search for answers about my biological family. Others insisted I live and let live, especially after my ancestry test yielded muddled results. She's in therapy but doing better, I'm glad. Are you trying to get back together with Sari? How are you? I'm okay, but I'm not telling you more until we get there. What's the harm? You dragged me out here. Miguel, where are we? I stopped in front of a shabby brick apartment building. From my jacket pocket, I pulled out a white envelope I'd found on my doorstep 2 days ago. Ink markings covered it, looking like deer tracks but broader. Zoc glanced up as I unfurled the note inside, his eyes widening. The pigman wants his piglet back. What the hell? When did you get this? A week ago, I pulled my jacket closer against the chill. I'm sorry I didn't tell you. I posted a pic of the letter online, and a woman named BlueWolf77 sent me a link to the legend of the pigman. What's that? I glanced over my shoulder as a woman passed by, her tote bag rustling. It's unnerving. In the 70s, teenagers saw a woman drown. Her killer had a pig-like face. BlueWolf77 claimed to be a victim and invited me to this place. Really, this is why you dragged me here. I'm here to support you, but ooh. What does a folktale have to do with you? The night after I got the note, I had the same dream but saw the man's pig-like snout. It was terrifying. I don't know if I can trust her, but she sent me a picture of her note, and it looked the same. I know you think I'm crazy. You are crazy. Let's just go inside. I knocked on the door, realizing I had to press the intercom button. As I did, Zoc muttered, I can't believe you think a pig man is your daddy. The voice of a woman answered, yes, it's Miguel Boyd. Before I could finish, I heard the buzz and the door unlatching. I stepped into a dim hallway lined with torn carpet. Only 3 rooms were visible, with a Mr. Pibb machine that looked defunct. The last door, numbered 1C, was slightly ajar, flickering TV lights spilling out. I hesitantly opened it, Zoc following. It's nice to see you, the woman said from behind a rustic wooden table. Next to her sat a balding man and a woman with beautiful almond eyes in a blue duffel coat. I see you brought a friend, have a seat. We took chairs at the far end of the table. They stared at us blankly, the glow from the old TV the only light in the room. My name's Donna Michelson. We all received the same note, she said, laying the notes on the table. Each had a similar style of lettering, but Donna's had blood-smeared hoof prints. Who sent these? Why did you invite us? I asked, trembling. They're a cult, May said softly, an old cult. We don't know where they are, Devin added. We know exactly where they are, Donna said, slamming her palm on the table. They're called the Miracle of the Swine. They have roots worldwide. including chapters in the States and South America. I can't find anything online about them, Zoc said. I found a Bible verse about God exorcising demons into swine. Not everything is online. Donna's tone was cold. They've been around for years. Why are you telling me this? Why did I get the note? The others looked away as she sighed. When you told me you were born in Venezuela, it took me back to when we had a chapter there. Your mother or father must have been a member. They're going after survivors and their offspring. How do you know? My fingers trembled. I was a member. Devin and May's fathers were members too. Donna got up to retrieve a photo album. She opened it to a page of 5 people standing in front of a hut. My eyes locked onto a woman with mestizo skin and braided hair. That was me. This is Daniela. She could be your mother. I turned to Zoc. Is that your uncle who's in the asylum? He nodded. They could be your mom and uncle, but we don't know for sure. We left to set up a chapter in the States. Why did you escape? Donna hesitated, her face paling. We discovered the actual rituals. They made us wear masks of pig faces and cast our demons onto pigs. It involved human sacrifice. Tears welled in her eyes, but she composed herself. I escaped, but they've been looking for me since. What do you expect us to do? We have to stop them, Devin said, trembling. They're going after survivors and their offspring. Why don't we just report them? Zoc asked. Donna laughed. Don't you think we've tried? There's only one way. The note says the pig man wants his piglet back. The back says, return them to the sty or die. Who is the pig man? We asked in unison, dread creeping in. Their leader. He never spoke, but every service mentioned him as the father of sty. This is crazy, Zoc said, standing up. Just as I nodded to leave, Devin put an arm around me. We understand, I said softly, gesturing for us to sit. We don't blame you if you leave, but we want to prevent more victims. I appreciate that. We sat back down. What were they like? Daniela didn't speak much English but was a beautiful artist, Donna said, revealing a bracelet. We thought we were helping people like her. I hope she's okay, I mumbled. What hell did she go through? Devin showed a photo of his father. He was a good man and a lawyer. They found them dead in their office, MEI added. They ruled it a suicide, but there was no way. Donna hugged them. I'm sure of it. Not another person will be hurt under my watch. Zoc and I exchanged worried glances as Donna adjusted something under her jacket. We'll attend a gathering tonight. It won't be as dangerous if we follow protocol. We followed her into the cold streets of Mystic, lost in our thoughts. I could tell Zoc was thinking about his uncle. As we approached an old building, Donna pointed to a shop called Divine Crafts. Inside, a man at the register looked at us. What brings you here so late? Donna laid her note on the counter. The piglets have returned to their sty. Shit, Zoc muttered. He's been waiting for you. The man led us to a dark staircase. I felt a mask placed over my head, suffocating me in darkness. As it is written, the man intoned. We were adorned in pig masks and robes, looking like extras from a horror movie. The reality struck as we followed the shopkeeper down into a long room filled with people in robes. The piglets have returned to their sty, he bellowed. We sat in fear as he revealed a totem pole with a pig head and human neck. Tonight, we make our sacrifice. The chaplain waved an axe over our heads. I felt the warm snout press against my neck. Are you my father? I asked, bewildered. Foolish child, the chaplain spat. Your mother was a common whore. Fuck you, I shouted, but a hoof struck me. Not yet, we haven't said the words. As he carved a cross in the air, the torch extinguished. I felt a warm snout press against me again. Suddenly, Donna jumped into the water with the pig man. Devin followed, knocking the chaplain into the waves. We gasped for air, but saw only darkness. I was tied and masked, the pigman's hooves stomping around me. "Run," Donna hollered, "your accessories." We sprinted, hearing sirens in the distance. We stumbled into the Blue Jay Inn, exhausted. "We need to lay low tonight," I whispered. The elderly woman at the desk smiled. "You came just in time. This ham was freshly made." I felt a surge of nausea. What had we stumbled into?